first. Hi. Oh, bloody lights again. Let's see who says second. Oh, I don't even know if I'm gonna get this out. Hi, Tapper. Oh, just wait and see who comes in because there's 3 people. I put the newspaper out. I never buy the paper, but I had to buy it today. Actually, how much is the paper? Because we've got to watch this space on this. There's 8 people. So who's in the house? Hi. Oh, it's Tree Hugger Dave Maloney. Hello. Stephen. July. The people in the house that I like. A doom show passing through. Sound like a comet. Reading a paper is the same as watching telly. No, I got it to go. What they saying here? What they saying? What they saying here? What's this all about? What's this? I know it's rubbish. This is what I'm saying. This piece of rubbish on the front, which says in the UK, yeah, SBS, exactly. New IRA, exactly, Doom. New IRA terror attack on Britain. It's a Brexit distraction. They're trying to throw something out there again because they're not getting their own way with Brexit. So they found these 2 packages or whatever it was, and it said love from Ireland. So they're throwing this in here because obviously, you know, this is all to do with Brexit. So I'm just saying, watch this space because this will get shown for what it really is. A bit like the, not that Skripal was to do with Brexit, but it was all to do with Russia. But you know, the Skripal thing, that's to do with Brexit. Oh, but I'm not going to go on about that. But I just wanted to throw it out there and say, watch this space, you know. And I will just put my thoughts on mainstream media in a minute of what people are getting confused with mainstream media. There will be an event. Oh, yeah. Are you on the queue yet? Because we've been talking about Mr. Doom. There's an event coming. Right, this is getting on my nerves. Right, this. See, this is on the front, and what's in the back bit of the paper? I've not looked at the rest of it, so you know. But I'm just saying, this is disgusting. Hi, hon. This is disgusting. Oh look, what's this? Again, this man. I loved him. Right, he was the best. Accused, and it says here, you know, about all the stuff he was saying, this, that, and the other. Scandalous and distressing. This documentary, apparently, it's like Leaving Neverland, Michael Jackson and Me. We all know someone went on the Cham boards about Michael Jackson and said he was a good man. You could tell he was a good man. This is how mainstream media work. Distressing, this documentary has already been talked much about. A disturbing account of the alleged sexual abuse by one of the biggest stars on the planet. So it says there. Yeah, alleged. Because when people talk out about stuff, you only have to listen to his songs to know what he was bringing out. They assassinate your character. It's always with sexual abuse in children, isn't it? And what does it say at the bottom? It's for you to make your minds up. But this may well see viewers turning off Michael Jackson's music in their droves. I don't think they will. I think real people who know that this is BS again of what they're trying to do about this. And funny enough, I've just been watching some things on air. Hi, on air, Michael Jackson. I was just listening to Can You Feel It? Because you really need to go and watch that video and listen to the song of the video I showed the other day. Hi. Because that is rubbish. These people that did all this accusing BS like we know about this is what they do in mainstream media. Whatever. Even NASA are demonising Jackson. Yeah, exactly. All the Jackson stuff's coming up again. They've even tried to bring up JFK and his brother, you know, the affair with Marilyn Monroe. Now they're saying on the news that they reckon Kennedy killed Marilyn Monroe. All right then, is that because something about maybe JFK Jr. might be coming out and you want to discredit the Kennedy family? Maybe. Just saying. But before I start talking on, I think we fell from consciousness. Talk about the fallen angels. I think we fell from consciousness is, I want to just put it to people in my own way, is, right, we all know, some are not awake to this, but most of us know that mainstream media, most of the stuff they say is BS, right? We know we get lied to. Who owns the most money? Who owns mainstream media? Run the world, right? 17 in the house. So we all know mainstream media lie. So when stuff comes out on mainstream media, we're like, yeah, there'll be something else behind that story. That's not the truth. But what people are getting mixed up with in the Q conspiracy realm is, I'm saying Trump's in with Q. If you don't know the story, to just go and jog your memory or find out quite easily in the 10-minute film, which I will be playing because it's been remastered. Joe Emma's put a new film out on Q, The Plan to Save the World. Why Trump got brought in is, went to the dentist today and had an argument with the woman I told her that fluoride, not, yeah, good, is people go, oh, well, Trump was on the news and he's on mainstream media, so how can he be good? Because we all know mainstream media is bad. Yeah, what mainstream media is saying about him. But if you go to the right channels of where he's doing his speeches, you'll see different. But mainstream media will spin it to make out he said something else, because that's how mainstream media works. So when the truth starts breaking through, which it is doing because it's becoming public, people are going to think, oh, well, it's on mainstream media, so it can't be true. But it is going to end up coming to mainstream media with the truth. But that's where you're all going to get confused, going, oh, well, it can't be true, can it? Because they're always saying that mainstream media tells lies. House of Cards are getting brought down, though, aren't they? We will take control. It's purposeful propaganda. Fox News is pro-Trump. Yes, Fox News is pro-Trump, thank you. They do the Trump stuff, so they'll be taking over. But that's where people get confused, like, well, Trump's not good because he's on mainstream media. And it's like, now we're breaking through mainstream media. So you need to understand what's going on. Yes, he's on mainstream media, obviously, but they don't report properly on it. So if you go into places like Golden State Times, I watch Trump speeches on different things where they're pro-Trump, you can sit there and listen to him properly, not what mainstream media is saying he's saying or not doing, when he's actually doing the complete opposite to what he's saying. So when they say something, he's doing the complete opposite because they are liars. We all know that the pathetic UK is nothing compared to the greatest. Yes, well, that's a really disgusting thing to say, isn't it, Trump, my love? I'm supporting Trump and you're saying that. It's nothing to do with the people in the UK, by the way. I support Trump. We all know the UK is not pathetic. That's like saying every other country is pathetic. They're not. It's been the regimes that have been in control. Thank you very much. So make sure you get it right. Thank you. It's not just America, by the way. It's every country around the world working together. That's what the Anons are. We're all doing it together. This is the problem. And this is what I'm going to talk about in a minute. It's team players, people. Team players. It's not just the USA. Yes, they're helping, but everybody's helping around the world. Thank you very much. Thank you. USA, great president for the people. Exactly. UK government are pathetic. Yes. Say it more like that. And I won't come out with like that. I think that's what you were meant to say. It's not the people. It's the governments and the higher-ups of everywhere, every country around the world that are pathetic. So let's get that one right. We do love Trump. I shout him out all the time. Nothing wrong with the UK. It's a globalist and sellouts that hurt the country. Thank you. That's why we need to get it right. People saying things. What about the Freemasons? Well, the Freemasons have been talked about on the Q. I'm not saying they're all bad because some at the bottom don't know. I think it's the higher-ups. Again, it's the higher-ups of these places. Trump might love. It's our elites of the UK who are... Yeah, it's the elites of the world. They all work together. Macron, Merkel, all of them, but not Trump, because Trump is the one they all hate. Because Trump, I'm not saying everyone was good. It's like Reagan was trying to get something out. Reagan had good intentions. JFK had good intentions. So they got rid of him. I'm not saying they were brilliant people, but I'm saying they had good intentions. There's a difference, like something I was going on about today. Just because someone said something or got a bit angry, It doesn't mean they're not all love and light. It's what your intentions are. If you've got good intentions. Reagan knew about, yeah, so did JFK. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it all the time. 17 just saying, 18 just saying. Talking about JFK now and it's on 18. They might be watching, you know. I think they're watching. Team Earth versus Team Divide. Exactly. It's teamwork. And so that's what I'm saying. You've got to watch out with mainstream media. It is coming to the mainstream media. So that's where people get confused. Like, well, we know when the sheep will wake up and then they know that the mainstream media's been telling lies, then they'll think that when that comes out, it's a load of rubbish. But it's not. That's how it gets confusing. But it's a team. Are you a team player? Are you a team player? Because that went on today on my channel with a bit of a ranty rant. It's like, no, have you got good intentions? That's all I'm saying. So, I look at it like, you know, there's all these talks about fallen angels, but I'm not sort of talking about that. I'm saying I think we fell from consciousness, basically, as well. We fell from consciousness because we, human beings, got a bit distracted by shiny toys and visions on TV and started to forget what we really are and how powerful we are. And the Doom show. Humanity has been hijacked. It's been hijacked. This is what I was trying to say to someone today. Earth is a great place. Whatever plane we're living on, whatever, it's a great place. It's a beautiful place. I sort of see it as we were like the gardeners of Earth, you know, in sync with everything, and it got hijacked. People started seeing things how they could control the masses, and that's what happened for a very long time. Be it, you know, from something higher up or whatever, but basically, on both sides, it got hijacked. So when people are always like picking at the bad all the time, it's like, look, there's good people out there. There's really good people out there. Like they were saying, there were good people out there. Like Ronald Reagan was trying to get it out. JFK doesn't mean they were brilliant all the time, but they had good intentions. It's not all doom and gloom. Michael Jackson. Let's just go back to Michael Jackson and listen to this. A lot about MJ at the minute, funnily enough, and there's a few conspiracies about Michael Jackson. The speech that got him killed. Are you ready for this? I've never heard this. I love Michael. Are you ready for this? Because this... Right. Are we ready for this? Let's find it. The speech that got Michael Jackson killed. Right.
Sadly.
Listen to what he's saying, because this is the truth.
We live in a state of fear. Every day we hear of war on the news, on the radio, and television. In the newspapers, always of war. We hear of nations hurting each other, of neighbors hurting each other, of families hurting each other, and of children killing each other. We must learn to live and love each other before it's too late. We have to stop. We have to stop the prejudice. We have to stop the hating. We have to stop living in fear of our own neighbors. I would like all of you now to take the hand of the person to the left and to the right of you. Go ahead, right now. I mean it. Don't be shy. Do it. It starts now. To the person next to you, to the left and the right. I mean it right now. Go ahead. Don't be shy. Do it. Do it. Now tell the person next to you that you care for them. Tell them that you love them. This is what makes the difference. Together, we can make a change in the world. Together, we can help to stop racism. Together, we can help to stop prejudice. We can help the world live without fear. It is our only hope. And without hope, we are lost.
Yes, India Melody. So that was on a channel called word porn, and it was about Michael Jackson, because funny enough, that's what I've just read in the paper. They're digging it all up again about MJ, aren't they? Trying to chuck it all out there. It is what's needed. He knew his songs were beautiful. That was BS. All the stories they made up about Jackson was BS. Yes, I think his father was that way and all that. We know about all that, but that was BS. That was a brilliant speech. They knew his songs and the way he brought people together. Think of how big Michael Jackson was. War Equals Money. The energy that man got out of people, as in the joy of watching him dancing, singing the words he said. Everybody loved him. I don't think there was a lot of people really that didn't. The good vibration that man had, they knew. They knew. They were the first to make me see this different with Jackson. Thank you, Doom. They lied about him. Like Bob Marley, yeah, they lied about him. I've just bought the paper today. I never buy the paper. I just wanted to see what cack they're putting in the paper. Like I said, they've got the thing about the IRA, which is rubbish. It's about Brexit, just to chuck another cacky thing out there, because they can't get the wrong way with Brexit, so therefore they have to do this. The IRA bonds, terror on it, yeah, whatever. We know that's a load of rubbish, and it will come out. And then now they're starting on Jackson again. That story is rubbish. I can guarantee it's rubbish. Absolute rubbish. If you've not noticed, this is what they do to a lot of stars and that. It's always abuse, child abuse. I mean, we know about the real ones, but I'm saying good people like that. He was, someone said on the chan boards with the Q thing, they asked about Michael Jackson, and someone who came up who was a star in the 80s, don't know who it was, said, he's a good man. We all know, you could see. It's all about his childhood. People go, oh, he did this for his childhood. He didn't have a childhood. He was trying to get it back. He was trying to actually save the kids, if anyone actually really looks into it. It's all about, at the minute, it's about the kids. It's about kids' childhood. They're trying to rob our children's childhoods, bringing all the things in about sex education, younger and younger, this and that. Kids should just be playing. They won't leave them alone, will they? They're destroying people's families. Something I shouted out the other day with somebody, I can't remember, Tracy Blackwell, going on about the kids and stuff, if you know what I'm going on about, the follows Tommy and all that. Taking kids away from the parents, they're destroying, not for long they're not, but that's what they've been doing over time. It is disgusting. I don't know where she might be in a bit, but enough said about that, because I'm just seeing a lot of things about Michael Jackson. And we were talking about the song the other day, Can You Feel It? The one with the really good video, that was amazing. So I just wanted to shout that one out, because I will stick up for that man as well. But yeah, were we the ones that fell from consciousness? Because we forgot, didn't we? It's all out there with people dividing and arguing when it's not actually us, it's the top ones. I have got some shout out channels to do. And it's like I was saying before, JFK quote, if not us, who? If not now, when? Exactly, thank you, Rachel. A JFK quote. If not us, who? If not now, when? This is why this is all happening. So when people say, it's love and light, let's go and meditate in a corner, like I said today, yeah, fair enough. But, as I wrote on here, we've got to share this information to try and help other people. It's about helping people to try and see what's going on. Like I said, I'm not saying I've got everything right, but I'm trying, because we fell from consciousness. People, all this stuff about people going to love, which I'm going to shout a channel out in a minute because he's doing great, and it was Interlinking the other day, and a few people, and on Flat Earth and everything, is yes, we do need to go to love, because everyone needs to love each other. Some people might see that quite hippy dippy, but that's what it's all about, going to that consciousness. But we're not all waking up to it, because people are still deceived by the media, and it's very strong hold on people. As we can see, when people are just going, well, believe the media, or believe not, and they won't question anything. I get questions of people that watch me age ago, like, you're a bit mad, like, what you're going on about. It's like, I've got an open mind. You're allowed to question stuff. And you can't, people can't go to love. People can who know, but there's a lot of people who are still asleep. They can't go to the higher consciousness of love, if that's what you want to call it, awareness, if they're not aware of what's going on. So we're here, and people who are doing stuff out and about and trying to speak physically on this realm, or whatever you want to say it, that's why I believe it's happening. It needs to come out. We're helping the people, we're trying to wake them up. Some people say, I've give up waking up. I've give up trying to waking people up. And I used to think, yeah, you can't, but no, I haven't. I just try. Ugh. So, talking about love, Jay Dreamers, who I shouted out the other day, I said I'd give him a shout out. Jay Dreamers channel was just doing a channel before, because I tried to do a little bit of it now and again, but I always swap and change, called Happy Soul Sunday. We're trying to keep people positive. He's doing one called, I think it's Silver Lining. I'm going to find it now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They want to make you doubt everyone but the evil liars. Exactly, because they twist everything. Exactly. It's like Jay Dreamer said, it's about inspiring people and pushing that positivity out. And we need to see more positivity. We need to see more positive channels, not people taking the mick out of people. And, you know, when they go on Facebook and it's like someone's having a fight with someone, everyone's laughing at it. That's not positive. That's not even nice. And good intentions. What are your intentions? Let me see if I can find it. J Dreamers, and that's J Dreamers with a Z at the end. So, and I was I was onto J months and months ago, 18 months ago, and that's why people that I'm watching now, even on the Flat Earth side, they're going on about J Dreamers. He's been in, I think it was John Ford's video today. I was like, yes. It's called All You Need Is Love. You have to think outside the box, open-minded. Yeah, some people don't like that word, think outside the box. Someone keeps telling me, but it is. You've got to question everything, and that's what Q stands for. The only cult, as people like to call it, they call it a cult. The only cult that brainwashes you to think for yourself. So, let's have a look.
Chance after chance to become a brand new being, right? That's what it's really about. For many of us, especially those of you who are intellectuals and tend to overanalyze yourselves, everybody else, and the entire world all at the same time, this can be the hardest medicine for us to take. You know, even myself, it's easy for me to say these things, but in practice, the fire gets turned on and the time has come, you know? Am I going to do it? That's really when I feel like the crowd, if all of life is a TV show, that's when I feel like everyone's on the edge of their seats, you know, like, oh, what's he going to choose? What's he going to do? You know? And I feel like those are the moments of glory just speak up and say something, you know, to be positive, to be a positive.
You're doing a channel called The Silver Lining, I think.
Something inside of me just said, hey, I picked up on it. I trusted in life and I went with it. And believe it or not, because I did that, people like Megster are out there needing to hear these particular words. Needing to look.
He was saying people are needing to hear people say good things, because he did a shout out to someone that left a comment saying, you know, I was having a bad day and I came to your channel and you said something, it just picked me up that day. That's what we need more of. We've had enough doom and gloom, thank you very much.
To have something to look at, needing some sort of a candle to be lit in the dark so that they can find their path.
Fifth might be doing something. I did text before on a channel and you were like, la 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 la, you know, just like love hearts, you know. But yeah, she might be.
Once more, you know, people get, they
Waxman's doing good.
Look down so much that they lose sight of the rest of the world, and pretty soon they're off the path. They don't know where they are. They don't remember what direction they were headed in, you know, and they don't want to go backwards. So anyhow, I wanted to share that. I wanted to say thank you, Megster. A little anxious, you know, and separation and division is just God. It's all one energy, etc. And this idea of separation and division is just the illusion. So a part of this game is being able to see through the illusion, right? To lift the veil, to see your connection with everything else out there. It's easiest to start with people, but then you can move on to animals. You can have such a better relationship with animals. You can truly love another animal. There are people out there who are nice to animals, but they still see them as lesser beings. They still pity them as not being an extension of themselves. And that's where I found that real, true, honest, pure love comes from. You just see somebody else as your 100% equal, you know, in a seemingly different form, right? It's like a hologram of yourself. But recognizing yourself is the key to that, right? Recognizing yourself and others, and then taking action. How would you like to treat yourself? Would you like to be really mean to yourself? Would you like to leave yourself a horrible comment about yourself? Would you like to encourage yourself? Would you like to pat yourself on the back? Would you like to support yourself? Or eavesdropping and gossiping and, you know.
Now, basically, that's Jay Dreamers going on about being positive and loving yourself, because then it's loving everyone else. Which was sort of happened today when someone came over to my channel and was saying, you know, be nice to everyone, even the trolls that come in, this, that, and the other. Don't chuck people out. But it's like, yeah, but sometimes something has to be said, because sometimes people are just coming in to make divisions, if you get what I'm saying. So, Jay Dreamers channel, brilliant channel. J Dreamers all together with a Z at the end, talks about mud fossils, flat earth, Elohim, everything, positivity, brilliant channel, nice guy. Dolly is just awesome. Thank you. And when someone was going about ego today, there's an ego and false ego, but we do have a bit of an ego because we are also human. And I'd just like to point out, let me see if I can find it. Make yourself laugh. Yeah, it is. I took this picture of the ego and the soul, the true self, which, yes, I understand about all this, you know, don't do to others that you wouldn't do to yourself, because we are all part of the one. But the problem is, at the minute, is we were like that at one time, but as I said, we got hijacked. So it's very hard to be like that when there's people hating. That's my point, because it says the ego, right, the false self, right, it's me, separation, blame, hostility, resentment, pride, complaint, jealousy, anger, power, materialism, madness, war, coldness, past, future orientated or something, intolerance, self-importance, self-denial, social intolerance, living up to this and that and doing. I don't live up to anything, I'm just doing what I do. Yes, there is little parts of that in me, because that's in everyone. And then it says versus, but I'll tell you why. Versus the soul, the true you is we, unity. Well, that's what we're trying to get out, but we have to go in that ego bit sometimes because people aren't listening. But we, unity, understanding, friendliness, forgiveness, love. I can get mad sometimes, but I can forgive people. I forgive people for really not nice things. Love, gratefulness, happiness, humble, spiritualism, wisdom, peace, sympathy. Now, I can't even read what that says. Tolerance, importance, God, this is so tiny. Self-acceptance, social acceptance. Oh, simplicity, just be. But there's a problem, like I said, because they got hijacked here. So sometimes in the ego, we might get a little bit angry because we're only just human as well. So it does come out, you know, and sometimes there is a few off that list that I do. But I'm still in my true self as well, because I see both sides. But we get a little bit angry because, you know, we're trying to help. We've been hijacked, if anyone gets what I'm saying. So it is hard. And like I said, we are also human, so it is hard. No one can sit on this channel and say they never get angry or never think it if they're so at one with themselves. Because even someone I was talking to before who believes they're all one with themselves has got angry before. So, do you know what I mean? If anyone gets what I'm saying. So it does come out, especially because we've been hijacked and we want the best for everybody. So I think it's quite hard. Yes, little Finn's okay. He's better. Thank you. So, let me see. So we've got Jay Dreamers doing a positive. He's positive anyway, but he's doing starting to do chats on just the positive because he wants to inspire people, you know, and put positivity out. So if there's anyone out there that is feeling a bit cack, like I said today when we had a bit of the argument, is there's people looking for stuff and they don't know where to go. And that's why I believe some people are like, oh, you come away from it. You know, I could walk off YouTube tomorrow, but I don't want to because I believe, I know it sounds stupid, I believe I'm here to help people in the way I'm doing it with whatever I'm doing, is that I was trying to tell this person before, our community we have in this chat, when I'm talking about the things I'm talking about, normally you lot are on the same sort of thing, especially the QAnons that are in here. So it's our little community that can talk to each other, and I'm bringing stuff I've seen so we can talk to each other, because you can't talk to your friends and family sometimes. So where do you go? I don't want people feeling alone because we're all in it together and we're all team players. Who wants to be rogue? You work better as a team player because you're all finding things out and giving information, you know. And some people say, well, you know, the ones that you'd call trolls and that, they're hurting as well, or they don't know. Yeah, some of them are, but some of them are blatantly doing it on purpose, if you get what I'm saying, because some are from that dark side and they're doing it because that's what they enjoy doing, and I can't be doing with it. So, and we are not awake. Exactly, and that, I just thought that was really rude, because no one's got the right to say who's, I don't mean, we know there's a lot of people not awake, but people in my chat come in with certain stuff and talking about certain stuff. You wouldn't be here if you weren't awake or semi-awake or coming awake, or, you know, when people say resonate with people's channels, you know, if you're watching a channel, especially what I'm talking about and other people are talking about, channels that I give shout outs, you're waking up to something, even if you're just thinking, oh, what's all this about? You're beginning to wake up. So I think that's a bit rude, because who knows what anyone's doing behind closed doors of you know what I'm saying. You helped me big time, Dolly, so you are doing your assignment, Starseed, and I'm sure helped others. Thank you. That's what I've heard people say. I said even if it was just 5 people off me channel that I've tried to sort of see what I see, that's what I was meant to do. I resonate with you in the room. Yeah, good, Rachel. That's what I mean. People come to channels, like I've said before, when you're resonating with, not when you just come in trolling. That's different. You stick to people's channels who you resonate with. You don't have to be on the same thing entirely, but you might like what I'm saying about certain stuff, because I know there's people coming here that are not on the queue or not on the flat earth thing, but they're still talking about things. I'm like, yeah, exactly. We're all putting the jigsaw pieces together. It's not long till all this jigsaw is going to be put together and you're going to see the bigger picture, because this is what I believe. Because Dolly consistently lifts my spirit because her good heart. Thank you, July. That's what people say. Oh, you can get angry and I can get a bit passive aggressive. Yeah, but like I said about Reagan and JFK, people go, oh, well, they might have been from the 13th family bloodline. Yeah, but you don't have to be what your family were. They had good intentions of helping the people, like what Trump's doing. Did Trump make a speech? I don't know. I need to go and check some of his speeches out. He did do. I have seen some actually, but I can't remember what it was about. But what I'm going to show you now is, you know, I love this and I play it all the time. It's about 10 minutes. Joe Maspose has put a video out of Q the Plan to Save the World, but it's been remastered because it's got different bits in it. And yes, you will see a globe, but you'll also see something else, because, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to find it. It's been remastered because new people are coming onto it. So obviously, and it's changed a little bit, obviously, because we're updated. So I'm going to play it because, you know, I love it, but it's slightly changed and you have to listen. This is what people don't get when they go, Q's not real. Have you not seen it? Like, hello. So let's find the remake. Remastered Joe M.
Poisoning our food.
So, slightly different.
Have you ever wondered why we go to war? Or why you never seem to be able to get out of debt? Why there is poverty, division, and crime? What if I told you there was a reason for it all? What if I told you it was done on purpose?
Thank you,
What if
Lisa
I told you
Tully.
that those who were corrupting the world, poisoning our food, and
Palladium's at the bottom of the map.
were themselves about to be permanently eradicated from the earth? You might think that an idealistic fantasy. Well, let me tell you a story.
So listen and watch because it's different. It's slightly
They
different.
rob your house. They steal your phone. They can murder you too if they think they can get away with it. We have all experienced criminals in one way or another. Criminals, as we know, are those who choose personal gain over the rights of others and have no regard for the law. But here is where you need to expand your thinking. Criminals can also succeed in business and politics and can be elected as our leaders. If a criminal became the president, imagine what they could achieve. They could use the full weight of their executive power to commit much larger crimes and ensure they
And
their
listen
friends
about
were
Trump
enriched to the
at
fullest
the end.
extent possible. A criminal president could create alliances with other criminal presidents and then collaborate on more global criminal activities. Anything goes. Drug running, human trafficking, whatever makes the big bucks. The 20th century was turbulent with war, economic disaster, famines, and displacement. We have always accepted these things as just human nature and simply the way the world works. Something inevitable and due to the weaknesses of human nature that drive us to these actions. This is where we were all tragically wrong. You are not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. So how can we just assume that it is human nature that is driving all this pain and misery? What if it wasn't human nature at all?
Thank you,
and as a
Lisa.
result of something more deliberate. We were taught that capitalism was the cause of a massive rich-poor divide and the reason for poverty, which in turn is the reason for war, crime, and starvation. Others were taught that communism, the system of equal wealth across all people, was really to blame for the mess. But you see, folks, it is none of these things.
This
It
goes
is
through
not
me
our
every
nature to
time.
fight and be racist. It is not in our nature to rob from others. What you must learn is that it was the criminals all along. Yes, they got power. More power than a criminal should ever have. They rose to the top of media companies that control our news and entertainment. They ascended to the top of the banking system, also to the Oval Office, to Brussels, to the Vatican, to the Crown. They crept in quietly. They became leaders of agricultural companies who have control over our food supply. Also big pharmaceutical companies, the ones we trust to help us when we're sick. Nobody stopped them, and they just recruited more criminals to help them. First, they accumulated the world's wealth. They invented a system of money called central banking, which lends money to governments with interest, placing countries into eternal debt. People's wealth got less. Their wealth got more. Much more. When a
Rothschild.
criminal is already as rich as they can get, then protecting their ill-gotten gains becomes the priority. Angry citizens
I'll
tired
come
of
in
being
after
poor
this.
are a major obstacle and can revolt if they suffer enough. The criminals needed to prevent this, so they diverted attention to the last remaining competitor, the people of the world. You and me. We were not happy being ruled by criminals and having to work 3 jobs just to survive. They know we won't accept it, so they use their control of the media to set black against white, woman against man, young against old, Muslim against Christian. They convinced us we were the problem so that we would fight and destroy ourselves. To get it done faster, they attacked all aspects of humanity that make us strong. Like family, using their influence over culture, they popularized lifestyle choices that led to a surge in broken homes, lost youth,
Sexualizing
substance
everything.
abuse. I could talk all day about how else they deliberately weakened us and it would turn your stomach. We were just trying to get on with living.
That's all we were trying to do.
So where are all the good guys? Good people just want to get married, have kids, make a living, and enjoy their liberty. Well, there were good guys, many. One became the president of the
Yeah,
United
they did
States
need
in
to destroy
January
them.
1961. He knew about these criminals and wanted them gone. He knew their intentions for us all, and he wanted to fight them. Sadly, he had no idea how powerful they had become. Reagan also had good intentions.
Good
for the American
intentions, that's the
people.
difference.
He knew this criminal
Had
mafia
good
controlled
intentions.
almost everything by this stage, including the powerful rogue intelligence agencies.
CIA.
His economic policies were promising, but the criminals needed a weak America to hold on to their power. Reagan was shown with a bullet that a growing U.S. economy and prosperous citizens were not what the criminals wanted. It was looking pretty grim for good people. Every time someone wanted to stand up and do the right thing,
I'll elaborate on that, Lisa, in a bit.
they got stopped. Were we ever to be freed?
Did you hear that? Anyone who
Needed a
stood
weak
up?
America to hold on to their power. Reagan was shown with a bullet that a growing U.S. economy and prosperous citizens were not what the criminals wanted. It was looking pretty grim for good people. Every time someone wanted to stand up and do the right thing, they got stopped. Were we ever to be freed? These criminals are also known as the Deep State, or Cabal, because of how they control things behind the scenes. Every president
Behind the
after Reagan
scenes,
was one
which
of
I
these
keep
Deep State
saying.
criminals, and their empire got even stronger. With each bad president came new depths America and the world would sink. The world collapsed into darkness. Do you need me to tell you how? Destroyed factories, declining job numbers, sicker people, opioids, destruction of Iraq, Syria, and Yemen with pointless war, displacement of people into Europe, ISIS, terrorism, collapsed governments, poverty, and genocide. Total misery. Do you think that was inevitable? Hell no. Well, here is where things start taking a turn. When the full picture comes to be known, it will forever be regarded as the greatest story ever told.
And there's a book out
But
now.
here is the top line. Some good people still held positions of power. They valued humanity and the rule of law. While the criminals discussed their game plan at the annual Bilderberg meetings, the good guys were making plans of their own.
We'll detach from drama when we know the
Information age was
truth.
coming to change history forever. As the internet flooded into every home and appliances became smarter, and when people started carrying tracking devices, an opportunity to put an end to criminal control over the world was emerging. We became connected, trackable, and surveilled. But so did they. They became dependent, just like we did, on email, SMS, instant communication. It made crime much easier, but it also put them on a grid that, if accessed by the right people, would expose their crimes to the public and end their iron grip on us once and for all. In this new age of information, it was thought that the military should also have its own intelligence agency to focus on cybercrime and espionage. They called this the NSA, the National Security Agency. Here we had every phone call, email, and text from every device stored and archived. Whether it be someone making a doctor's appointment or the deep state setting up a massive heroin purchase from the Taliban. In the right hands, it would be enough information to expose the entire sinister criminal plot to rob us blind and wipe us out. Hold that thought. Now I need to explain the plan. The good guys were devising a plan to reclaim the world from the cabal and return it to the people. It would involve alliances with multiple countries.
Positivity.
Since the criminals had global rap lines, trade, and other infrastructure in place that would
Good.
need their cooperation. It came down to two choices for America. Launch a military coup to seize the government from whichever cabal puppet was in the
Listen.
White House at the time. Or win legitimately, take control of the NSA, expose the criminals for what they are, and arrest them all. Obviously, the first option would be very troubling for the public. With people still preoccupied with cabal-engineered social issues, they would likely revolt and hurt themselves and others. No, it would have to be the latter. So they needed a candidate who could win, and who could win big. Many states like California had been so heavily inundated by criminals that even the voting machines were electronically set up to swing votes any which way. It would need to be a very decisive victory. Good patriots in the U.S. military and their global partners asked Trump to run for president so they could take back control of America legitimately without alarming the public. Trump was a good choice, obviously, because he overcame the voter fraud and won. But he was a patriot, and he was loved and admired by the public. He was not interested in joining the cabal because they hated America, and he did not agree with them on that point. As soon as he showed interest in taking power, they activated their media assets to viciously turn on him. That's when we saw the sudden hatred emerge. Even when he won, the cabal still had no idea what he was a part of, and the sophisticated plan that was
What's
about
he a
to
part
unfold
of?
against them.
Woohoo!
Shocked at their loss, they mobilized their full arsenal of intelligence, media, money, and technology to try and take back power. There are people at the top of the DOJ and FBI that put together a plan to flame Trump and have him impeached. This is where we come
Sorry, you just said that. Q made NBC Nightly News last night. Q said it's coming public.
back to the NSA again. All messages were stored and could be used to
Sorry again, Lisa Tully. It is JFK Jr. He didn't die. I've been shouting this out for ages. The guy narrating it is JFK Jr.
expose this plot and prevent Trump's overthrow. An entire book will be written about the first 2 years of Trump's presidency.
An entire book will be written about the first 2 years. Guess what? It's already out on Amazon, but I'll talk about that in a minute.
False flag terror attacks, down planes, missile alerts, assassination attempts. Here is the point. The world is currently experiencing a dramatic covert war of biblical proportions.
Biblical.
Literally the fight for Earth between the forces of good and evil. I can't put it in simpler terms, but I can say it appears the good guys are winning. The cabal had complete control of North Korea. They hijacked the Kim dynasty, took them hostage, and worked to build up a nuclear arsenal to threaten the world. Kim Jong-un suddenly embracing peace was simply because the deep state were beaten and driven out. ISIS was
Regime.
also destroyed in the
Bye-bye.
year following Trump's win. We are all starting to see the pattern now that enough time has passed, that our biggest global concerns are starting to recede, and peace is returning. It is all evidence that the good guys are winning the war. But we're still in the middle. While a lot is improving, it still puzzles many that most of these known criminals are still free, especially the higher-ups like Hillary
Or are
Clinton,
they?
the Bushes, and Obama.
Listen.
That is coming in the next chapter of the story. That's why we have Q. The good guys with control over the NSA began the Q intelligence dissemination program to invoke an online grassroots movement that came to be called the Great Awakening. It started on underground internet channels and then moved to the mainstream. Q has been a fun distraction for those who follow world events and desire truth, but it is about to begin a much more important and necessary phase, keeping the public informed when the deep state war breaks out onto the surface. By this, I mean high-profile arrests. Yes, folks.
High profile.
Criminals I'm referring to are famous politicians, actors, singers, CEOs, and celebrities. People who have earned our trust, respect, and admiration. They have done very bad things that are all fully known and documented, and they will be severely punished. Those of us who have followed Q since the beginning will be here to help you make sense of the coming events. We are among the first to realize that our petty partisan divisions are just trivial distractions, and we are all enslaved by a hidden enemy. We realized that the problem was never capitalism or socialism, Democrat or Republican, black or white, Muslim or Christian. We know it was just very powerful criminals who had too much power. Fellow slaves, it's time to buckle your seatbelt, recognize your true enemy, and embrace a new future that we all owe to the brave patriots who risked their lives to achieve this victory against the greatest force of evil the world has ever known. May God bless America.
And the world. That's rejigged, if anyone remembers it. And people might think, well, that's a bit dramatic. Well, let's put it this way. Some people go, well, it's had some money thrown at it, hasn't it? Well, maybe that's because JFK Jr. had money. I've said before I jump in chat, that is JFK Jr.'s voice. If you listen to interviews of him, you will know who's narrating. So they've added a few new little bits in it because it's coming. It is coming, people. This is what I'm saying. Someone's just shouted out before that it was on one of the news channels because Q said it's coming out publicly. This is where people get confused. Like I said before, think, yes, but mainstream media lie. Yeah, but it's coming out because they're breaking down mainstream media. Who owns mainstream media own the world because it's their visions and their propaganda, as we all know. So, hi to yes, we know about the envelopes at Bush's funeral because I think it was telling him game over, something, because they didn't look happy. Lisa Tully, hello to you. I've not seen you in here before. Yes, the Great Awakening. And what did you just say before about JFK Jr.? Trying to scroll back. Yes, Dolly, many miracles coming besides John Jr. being alive. I agree. Oh, yes, I think there's quite a few. Some people think it's only one. It's like JFK Jr., free energy, things that people can't see, but what's on the Q map? Palladian guidance. There's a lot of disclosure that's coming out. That's bloody amazing. DNA. That's why I say we've fallen from consciousness. So we're about to ascend our consciousness and our awareness to what it was fully meant to be. This is what I'm saying. Yes, we all need to be in love. Yes, we need to speak positive words. Yes, we need to be good to their neighbour, and because we are all one. So you're looking at yourself and you're looking at someone else. I said today, yes, I understand all that, but also, hi, Cosmic Cat, exciting times. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? You need to go and listen to Michael Jackson. Can you feel it with that? I'm going to have to find that song again, even though I can't play it, but oh yes. And this is what I'm saying. My intentions are good. It's about trying to... There's lots of things going on in the Great Awakening. It ain't just one thing. Even the wall means something else, if you get what I'm saying. And those that follow Q know what's going on. Yes, the book, yeah, thank you. The book is climbing at the Amazon's bestseller. I just bought it today because the mainstream media are trying to report it's a conspiracy theory, and don't buy the book because it's just people saying this, that and the other. No, Q said the other week it's coming to public. You need to buy the book off Amazon. They said there was going to be a book, and that's where people get confused again and go, oh, it's on Amazon. We know what Amazon are. No, it's breaking through because the house of cards is falling down, people. You don't know where you're going if you don't know where you came from. Hi, Dolly. I usually comment on your vids first live one I have been here for. Oh, I don't know if I've noticed. I'm not sure. Thank you for coming in, but like I said, it's all connected together. All the channels I watch, Cosmic Cat's in the house, whoop whoop. All the channels that I watch, John Thor, and he was shouting out J Dreamers, brilliant model on the flat earth thing that I really love that one, if anyone's into it, with the stars moving round and all that, and the energy when it goes round and all the electric energy. It's brilliant. But he was shouting J Dreamers out. It was brilliant. Not really did. What else? I like the Celebrate Truth channel. I like Trinity 4, who I jumped in his chat today. I was trying to tell them about Q, but they're not on it. No one's believing about the Tesla tower that's been found in Moscow. People are like, no, we're not going to get free energy. Yes, we are. We're the energy as well. Anonymous Collective HQ. I know it's the computer voice, so people get a bit triggered, like, well, it's not a real person. Some people don't like to put the voice across. Anonymous HQ shouting out about the house of cards falling down. Who in the UK on here can tell me, because I've not got a clue. I know some, Daddy Dragon, and there's a couple of other channels, I can't remember. Who talks about Q in the UK? Is there any other channels? Does anybody know? And I really loved a video today of, I think it was John Thor. I'm going to find it now. Check out We the People Soapbox. I'm actually off from We the People Soapbox. That's where I first got onto Q. But I don't go on it anymore because they don't talk about JFK Jr. So, and I used to say hi in there all the time. Jack Shaw, I can't remember, Scout, and yeah, they knew of me in there. I used to shout out with Gran Torino, been on Gran Torino's channel, but I fell off it because they didn't really talk about JFK Jr. and sort of things, and I don't understand why. Because they talk about aliens and that, but a lot of people can't believe that JFK Jr. might have faked his death, which he did do. But yeah. Dolly, can't think of anyone in the UK. I know there is, I'm sure there is, but I'm like, I can't be the only one. Do you know what I'm going on about? Well, yeah, Gran Torino, and he's in Ireland, so he does his thing in Ireland. We know each other, me and Gran Torino. He knows of me, I know of him. Well, I've been on his channel, so we obviously know each other, but high five. I'm just asking if anyone from the UK knows of anyone else. I know Daddy Dragon is off with the People 24/7 Soapbox because Daddy Dragon knows who I am as well. He wanted me to go on his show, but I haven't been on because I wanted to talk about JFK Jr. But Daddy Dragon is Black Mirror from... Black Mirror's UK in it. If anyone knows of Black Mirror, I think Black Mirror is UK. Australia and New Zealand, none I know in UK. There's got to be some in the UK. Well, Daddy Dragon. Does anyone know the Black Mirror channel? Is that UK? Because I've been on that channel. Well, not been on it, but he's put a bit up on something I said. I'm just wondering. I'm just trying to see like who's talking about it. I know someone from a Tommy Robinson video. I'm sure it was Tracy Blackwell said, "Where we go one, we go all," unless they don't know what it means. I don't know. Lisa, truly, you are more than welcome. I hope you learn something and enjoy your time here. Lisa. Yes, well, Lisa sounds like a high vibrating, positive person, and that's what we need. But I just want to show you something. Because that's what it's all about. And this is what I'm saying. People need to go over to more positive channels because we're sick of all the doom and gloom. And that's why, you know, we need to pump out positivity because all they've been pumping out is doom and gloom. And it keeps people who are not waking up to this fact that they're watching doom and gloom on TV all the time, and it makes them stay in that negative area. I don't know of anyone in the UK that drops Q. I mean, I don't really drop Q. It's not like I go through all the... And I know he's dropped tonight and break them down because some of them are hard to break down. It's just what I'm watching and what I'm seeing. And I do go over, obviously, and find out the little best ones I like and tell you to go and watch Jenny Hatch's channel because hers is brilliant and she's dropping them every day. Just sub to your channel, LA Taylor. I'm sure there are people in the UK doing... Yeah, I'm just wondering if anyone's... There must be. Let me see if I can find... What I was looking for. Just wondering. I think I actually know Roxanne the Globalist Anaya is into Q, so that's brilliant. Woohoo! And I didn't know that. Right, let me see. Oh, for all those people who don't like Trump, here's another one. This says, "This is our wonderful Trump," right? March the 6th. This is what he did. Hang on. The veil is being lifted. It definitely is. Right. This guy had cystic fibrosis and he wanted to talk to Trump at the White House, and here we go. Yep, JFK Jr. is alive. Oh, he's alive, all right. He's alive. Right.
President Donald Trump for you.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Hold on 1 minute.
All right, sounds good.
Hello.
Holy, how do I get to...
Hi, Jay. You
Hey.
look handsome to me. I just saw a picture of you.
No, you're giving me kind honors. I look like...
How are you doing? How's it going, Jay?
It's going, you know what I mean?
You're a champ. You're gonna
That's-
fight it, right? You just fight it?
It's what the Irish do, right?
Yeah, that's what the Irish do. You better believe it. You look,
Yeah.
you look good. I wish you could come to a rally. I wish you could come. I know you like that stuff, but I wish you could.
Well,
It
listen, hey,
sounds like you have a great sister, Jay.
well, you know, like we have sibling rivalries, fights, you know, whatever it is. But hey, listen, if you could pencil me in, I'll find a way to get there.
That's, I'll tell you what, when I'm up around that territory, and I know where you live, I know it well.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can watch that video on, what's it called? Thank you, Dolly, for the nice mention and comment. You're welcome. That video was by Citizens. Oh yeah, I used to watch this as well. Citizens Investigation channel. This is our wonderful POTUS. It was a guy who was obviously very ill, and he rang POTUS and he spoke to him. It's beautiful. That was by Citizens Investigation Report. That's a really good channel as well. I'm going to show the Q book in a minute, but Lisa, what you just said about the media, when the news media, aka entertainment, exactly, and bad entertainment that shove celebrities in your face, is to take your attention off what is really going on. Exactly, because every time something happens, a celeb's going on, because I've said before, the fake entertainment. Everyone looks to the entertainment, don't they? Watching TV and believing the celebrities and putting your trust in celebrities and people like that, thinking just because they've said something, it's true. No, it's not. They're part of it. Even if it's because they've been blackmailed, they've got themselves in that position and they can't get out. We all know how it works, or we're all beginning to see how it works. And yes, it is to take the attention off what's really going on behind the scenes in the government. And that is what I've been saying for ages. When people are going on about stuff, they're not seeing what's going on. It's like people going about Trump. It's not. It's what's going on behind. Trump's good. The other people, and it's what's going on behind. So when mainstream media report about Trump and Kim Jong Un and this, that, and the other, he's friends with Kim Jong Un. That's not happening with nuclear stuff, is it? No, because they're all talking rubbish against what's going on behind the scenes. Entertainment is a big. They're just shills. Like I said, people don't look up to the sky, do they? The stars at night? No, because they're too busy looking at celebrities, thinking that, oh, we must follow celebrities and dress like them and let's sexualise our kids because they're doing it with their children and what goes, oh, get all your little kids twerking and all that. Brilliant. Great. Wonder why I've got paedophiles about and stuff. Just saying, you're following the false stars. The false stars are celebrities. And that's a fact. Not saying they're all bad, but we know how it works. Mockingbird Media, that's on Joe M channel, has done a video on Cue the Plan to Save the World. He's done quite a few, and he's done one on killing the mockingbird because that's what's happening right now. They're digging their own graves. Well, brilliant flat plane. You've been in before. It doesn't, well, if it doesn't matter, why are you on this channel? You know I talk about it, so there you go. But that's your opinion. We're all going to start seeing soon anyway, so that's brilliant. Bye-bye, Felicia. So that's what I'm saying about positivity. And people look up to the stars. We couldn't give a toss what the celebrities say either. But it's not all of them, though. I'll tell you who's doing a really good job. Roseanne Barr. Is it Barr? Off the Roseanne show. But this is what I'm saying about positivity. We've got to pump it out. We need to see more good stuff because, like it said in the Joe M film, we weren't made to be all hating each other in this, this, that and the other. That's been put against us when we got hijacked off all this, making us go at war with each other, making us divide, making us argue, making us go against, dividing us against religion, race and gender. That's why they do it. And we all get confused, and this, that and the other. Instead of uniting together, they want us divided because if we're divided, we're easier to conquer. Fact. Simple. If we're united, we're not, because there is, believe it or not, more of us than there is of them. They don't want you to know that. Because if there's an uprising, which is what's happening anyway, then you know. Why would you want to be famous on YouTube? Yeah, where we go one, we go all, exactly. And what, does anyone know? Well, most of us do. If you don't, does anyone know what where we go one, where we go one, we go all stands for? That little, where was it? What's it to do with, again? That little saying, where's it from? It's from the Kennedy bell. Yeah. And all those little drops are in the Q tweets, like the Q drops, I should say, like, the Kennedy boat bell. Boom, adds up to 18. Where we go one, I think it adds up to 18. 18 is I, 18 is JFK. The Kennedys, exactly. JFK Jr. flew a lot. So does Trump. Who was JFK Jr. friends with as well? Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. A lot of stuff going on about Michael Jackson. A lot of conspiracy things about Michael Jackson as well. So, I like to crank the music up. Yeah, definitely. And divided our vibrations are on the bad side like that. They want to, and a lot of these celebrities that bring songs out and these crappy rappers, from today, more like, they play music in a different frequency that's rubbish and it's affecting you. So, oh yeah, I see. Bye-bye, Felicia. Was that aimed at me? People get jealous because people think people want to be famous on the internet. This isn't about being famous, couldn't care less. This is about getting bits out because we're all trying to work this out together because this is how we connect. People get jealous, don't they? People get hating. If that's what that person was trying to say, because that's what it looked like. Deary me. Deary me. If you knew what famous was, you wouldn't want to be there, would you? Because we know what goes on in Hollywood. This is about caring for people and trying to get the truth out. It's about humanity. This is how we work together. I believe this is what we used to do way back. You know, it is all that thing of like God's words or Jesus's words, you know, and he went around saying this, that and the other in love, but he also went around walking as well, doing the physical thing, which is what's going on. It's two. It's the physical, as I keep saying, and the spiritual coming together, spreading the love. Exactly, Cosmic Cat. People get so triggered with people on YouTube, like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get fame? Like, no, it's not about that. I never came on here to do that or make money. And if I did start making money, well, so be it, because I come on here quite a lot and it's tiring. You know what I mean? And I come on here to try and put help out of however I do. And money isn't evil, it's what you do with, and it's the greed of evil with these higher ups that have too much money while everyone's starving and got nothing, but they're all there in the, you know what I'm saying? Time Travelers Union Location 23. We know about the time traveling stuff and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's just all exciting, you know. Some people just want to bring it down all the time, doom and gloom, let's argue this, let's argue that. The reason why everyone's arguing is because we've been told lies. So this is why I keep saying we shouldn't all be arguing. Because it ain't us who's doing it, it's the higher ups, isn't it? So, yeah. I grew up in Hollywood, North Island. Chris Reeves, cousin, who's that? I started in... What's that? This is what I keep saying. Where do people go when they're trying to get things out? You know? Oh. I need to have a look. I'm talking about the Q books. So the Q books come out. How do you doing? The more you share truth, Dolly, the bigger your following gets, except attacks. Oh yeah, I know that. It started happening even because I'm talking about flat earth, you know what I mean? Attacks parasites, don't give them your attention and never... I know that's the hardest thing I've got to learn. That's one of the biggest things. Hi, Trinity 4. I try to jump in Trinity 4's chat quite a bit, saying things, and, you know, I'm on flat earth and now I'm getting attacked and I've hit jobs on me and everything just because I've opened my mouth, because apparently I work for mainstream media and everyone's getting paranoid, and it's like, no, it's what everyone's talking about. And Q reignited my interest in flat earth, which I've already really thought about anyway, so, you know, oh well. Just let me have a check on WhatsApp. So I was trying to tell Trinity 4 about Tesla and free energy and Q and what has been shouted out, and I could show Trinity 4, actually. I've got the pictures of it in Moscow. I don't know if that's what the blue thing was in the skies of New York. Was it at Christmas now? I think it might have been a test, because we all know there's a, you know, I'll just show Trinity 4. I don't know if you've seen this, but I will show you the picture. And it's out there. You can find it. There it is. Electrifying giant... Hang on. Electrifying giant futuristic Tesla tower in abandoned woods near Moscow. What's this? And then there it is. Something about secret open air high voltage testing device was constructed in the late 1970s. Testing insulators to protect vehicles, aircrafts and electronic, what did it say? Hang on. Electronic equipment against lightning. The facility is absolutely unique. Nothing like it exists anywhere in the world. At its peak operating capacity, the giant Marks generator, when lightning is discharged onto, because obviously Tesla lightning, discharged onto an isolated platform, has power equal to all power generation facilities in Russia, including thermal, I don't even know what that says, hydraulic, nuclear, solar and wind power stations combined. So we're just chucking that out there because that's what Q dropped, and yeah, so just want to throw that out there. You know I'm all over Tesla. The book QAnon on Amazon, which the mainstream media are trying to make out, oh, don't buy it, it's just a conspiracy theory, the conspiracy theory, that's got every conspiracy theory in it. We all know conspiracy theories are truth. That's why the CIA made the word up. This is the book. This is all over Twitter and everywhere I've ordered mine. You can't even write about it on Amazon about how the book is and everything. They don't even want you doing that now. But everybody's talking about it, and I still think we are being played. Some people do. I don't. I don't know if you've seen Q the Pan Save the World. They just have faith. Honest to God, I'm just like, yes. Even Q's been talking about flat earths. There you go. So let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Conspiracy theory. Well, conspiracy, the name was made up by the CIA to make us all look like nutcases, to keep you away from, right. So we've got the Donald Trump thing. I'm going to read that out again. We've got Donald Trump addressing heartbreaking tragedy. What's that one? I love this one off Cordacon, if anyone knows the Cordacon channel. Those that know don't sleep, true, but those that have known their entire life know nothing else. So reality is normal. Outside looking in. And he's done a really good little video on Twitter, Cordacon. It's got music on it, so I can't really play it. While you sleep nice and cozy, know there is evil that wishes to harm you in ways you never imagined. Night night. And then it's just got people like the Clintons and that. So we know what's happening with them lot. We know what's going on with them lot. I can't show you the video properly, but evening, sleeping warrior. Well, they believe the people who wrote the Q book or helped to write it, I think it was a few people, and I think Dustin Nemos was involved. So I'm trying to find the one on the book. Here it is. Joe M, if you know who Joe M is. Amazon, we demand you burn these books immediately. Fake news media. Amazon are saying, we demand you burn these books immediately. Amazon under fire as QAnon book climbs bestseller list. Why do they want us to burn the book? What, because it's a conspiracy? Okay. Hang on. That's been twittered everywhere on Twitter. My dad's just got it. I've just ordered it off Amazon. Oh, they don't want you reading it. They print on demand. Yeah, but what people are not getting is, we know what Amazon is, but we've been told off Q. It's coming to public. It doesn't matter what they do. Their house of cards are falling down. Reality's getting... That's why more and more people are talking about so much different stuff in the conspiracy realm, like flat earth and this, that and the other. Burn the book. Amazon are saying burn the book. Why? Ooh, they say Dustin Nemos isn't what... I thought that, but now I'm thinking different because I'm like, maybe that's what they wanted us to think, But why are they saying burn the book? What's so bad about it? Why are you so worried if you don't believe it? No, not great for sales. It's because it is the biggest conspiracy going. It's got treason in it from Theresa May, acts of war, assassination things. It's since Trump's been in. but yeah, you can buy the book, but what I'm saying is the establishments and the high places, they're all coming down. So when they used to let people say write a book, if they didn't want you getting something out, as we know in the entertainment industry, if you had something, it's like Tommy Robinson, all the cack they make up about that. They assassinate people's character. If you've got a book with truth in it, they probably won't print it, or they'll make it like you can't get it up there. But that's where people are getting confused with the whole, oh, well, it's mainstream, Amazon's mainstream media, so like they've put that book up there, so it mustn't be fit. No, it's coming down. So John Thor's not in the house, is he? Oh, hi, I've just shouted your channel out before. I was like, John Thor, way. Because I was shouting your channel out before because you did a video also on Jay Dreamers, and I love Jay Dreamers. I was just talking about Jay Dreamers doing his positivity channel of Silver Lining, you know, because we need to see positivity in the world. I love your videos. I love that model of flat earth. You know, everyone gets triggered about what model, because I'm getting trolled at the minute with it, because I opened my mouth with the stars and how they move around in electricity, and I just think it's brilliant. And I will show you my new flat earth top because, you know, I need to get it. So moon and the sun goes round the stars. I love this. I'm gonna have to do a hoop-de-hoop with it. But yes, I never said I knew what the model was, but that is the model I like. I like what I saw on your channel. I also, was it John Thor, was it you who put up the video with, about, oh, I can't remember his name, Bartholomew, and having a chat with Benjamin Owen? And I think he was saying about like bullying or something. I did write it down actually, like people, you know how people are just hating on people, and it's like you said, or he said in the video, I think that you put up, I think that's right, I might be getting confused because I watched that much. We should be able to question everything. What is wrong with being able to question things? And this is what the Q movement is. The Q movement is question everything and research yourself. That's what the Q movement stands for. The Q movement means question everything and research yourself. And people call it a cult. It's like it's the only cult that brainwashes you to think for yourself. Did you say Q is flat? Yes, Q. Hello, Dolly. Just got here. Thank you for brilliant videos. Q did a thing before Christmas where he said something like the Anons went over off the chan board and said, ask 3 questions, because these are the questions, right? Are we alone? Is the earth flat? Something on the lines of this. And is JFK Jr., because we all know JFK Jr. is alive, by the way, JFK Jr. dead? So it came back as, yes, we're alone, no, the earth's not flat, and JFK Jr. is dead. Loads of people got triggered and were like, wow, no, you were saying that, people were saying, and he was like, no, you're not trusting the plan. He always says as well, think, mirror, you mirror it. Then he came back saying test, people got, you know, like triggered. We all went back and it was a stress test. It was called a stress test. So meaning mirror it was, are we alone? No. You know what's on the end of the beginning of the map with Q is Pleiadian guidance. Is the earth flat? Yes. Is JFK Jr. dead? No, because he underlined JFK. We know JFK's dead. JFK Jr. isn't. And another thing also, Trump has said, tweeted or whatever it was, I fly many planes. Planes. I think we live on a plane. I fly many planes. I have jets and a 747 or whatever it is. I would know if the earth was round. Don't know what shape it is, but I don't believe it's a globe. That's what Trump said. He was friends with JFK Jr. What did JFK Jr. used to do a lot of? Flying. If anyone gets what I'm saying. Also, Q gives us a little humour, and then guess who else gives us a little humour 3 minutes later? Because this is what people are not getting with Q and Trump, right? Let's see if I can show this. A bit of humour. Chan boards. This is obviously 8chan now, because that's where it started. I think it started on 4chan. It says, sometimes you need a little humour. Look familiar, Q? 8chan. What does Trump tweet out? Crooked Hillary Clinton confirms she will not run in 2020. Rules out a third bid for the White House. Oh, shucks. Does that mean I get to run against her again? She will be sorely missed. Bit of humour, if anyone gets what I'm saying. Because when Q drops, a few minutes later, Trump tweets with something similar. So, like I said, part of the plan. Trump is the king of trolls. Oh my God, he is. And he is a good troll. He's a good troll. And the last card that will be played is a Trump card. So, just saying. The only thing I want to read out again is this. Oh, there's me there. Do. Twitter. All these people. JFK Jr. So, another thing I just wanted to read out that someone had put on Twitter today. When people start connecting the dots, you'll start seeing that flat earth and everything else matches in with the QAnon conspiracy, because it's all truth. 9/11, truth, we know what's going on. Titanic, we know what's going on. JFK assassination, we know what's going on. Federal visit, we know what's going on. But they call us conspiracy nutcases, don't they? When the sheep will stop watching mainstream media, but like I said, it's coming to mainstream media, so get ready because you're going to hear a lot about Q. So let me go over to... So I'd get the book off Amazon, everyone. They don't want you buying it. The news has already reported on it in America saying, oh no, it's a big conspiracy. They're saying that Hillary's doing this and blah, blah, blah. Well, mainstream media would say that. So, love for you to be right. Well, just keep that thought, Trinity 4, honestly. Been on this 18 months with a lot of us. I don't know who's... See, there's not a lot of people talking about it in the UK. Everyone's like, why are you so bothered with America? It's like, America falls, we all fall. Here's my dad. Waxman's in the house. Waxman's my dad, by the way. We are alone. Yeah, Q. Are we alone? No. JFK Jr. is alive? No. Is the earth flat? No. But then it was a stress test because it meant mirrored, which was yes to all of them. You can't buy it on Amazon now. I got mine today. I said they'd shut it down. I got mine today because I thought they're either going to put the price up or you won't be able to get it because they're trying to stop it. But like they said, the Great Awakening that's coming can't be stopped. It's tough. It's happening because it is. That's a fact. My dad's in the house. So I'm going to read this out because I love it. How to make the swamp believe they killed you. Right? JFK Jr. And the swamps around the world, it's not just America as we know. So, right. There were many silent patriots serving as security around the assassinated president's son all his life. Some watched from afar. These patriots were also in every level of gov and military, quietly observing and waiting, because they're not all bad. Remember, they're not all bad. The day came when his security found a thin strip of putty wrapped around the fuselage of his aeroplane. It was C4 with an altitude trigger. As the plane goes up to X altitude, the trigger is armed. When the plane drops back down to land, the explosives are set off at X altitude. The back of the plane would blow off, forcing the plane to dive, giving no electronic record of what happened and the appearance of the pilot error. The swamp, you know what the swamp is, the swamp would then use Coast Guard, Navy, MSM, of course, etc. to complete the accident. But the swamp had to wait until JFK Jr. decided to fly. He had the time to plan. If you go over and find a JFK Jr. sort of last interview sort of thing, one of him, he had a cast on his leg that day, by the way. He weren't flying nowhere. And you can see that on YouTube. The plane took off on July the 16th, 1999. It was still rigged to explode, but a remote trigger replaced the altitude trigger. A Navy pilot flew JFK Jr.'s plane and armed with a parachute and a tape recorder. Playing the voice of JFK Jr., he radioed the tower of Martha's Vineyard to land. After jumping from the plane, he hits the remote. Boom. Plane goes down. Patriots in the military recover the bodies. Navy divers had 8 hours of video recording that rescue. The tapes are missing. Bit like the moon landings, because they've lost a lot of tapes, haven't they? Oh, we haven't got them anymore. And guess who else was shouting out about flat earth? Captain John Kirk. My dad was saying in an interview, so I'm just saying. But they lost the records. So there's the picture of best buds here. Trump and JFK Jr. They put a plan together. Now, I'm just going to go and get the old pink book, because those who are new on here might not have heard it, and I do need to read it out because I love it. And I've lost it. So, we know I like reading this out, because it makes sense now. It didn't about 18 months ago. We were all like, what's all that about? Are you ready? We know I love reading this out. And I haven't written this different. It's the way it is written. Trump originally wanted to run as a Dem. Well, JFK Jr. was a Democrat. That's what's going to unite America, because it's not Democrats against Republicans. They need to unite, and that's what's going to unite, because JFK Jr. was a Democrat. Right, here we go. In 1909, we lost everything. My father caught on, first to the Bilderbergs, then he caught on the NASA. He caught on the NASA. It doesn't say to the NASA, it just says NASA, but he caught on the NASA. He demanded to know who the Greys were and why they were here. They killed him. I strategically staged my own death, allied with the one person in this world whom I knew was honourable enough to trust, and begin to build the plan. What plan's that then? You know, years back. Penance is coming. Regardless of what you think, you are not yet awake. You do not know how deep this goes. If you knew, you would never sleep. Many of you would never go on. You need each other. You need every one of you. Learn to play nice with each other or be left behind. If one stumbles, pick them up. If one asks a question, give them the answer. This is how we grow. There's no more room in the plan for arrogance and self-importance. If you turn one away, you hurt the plan. If you hurt the plan, you'll be left behind. We are watching. We see all. There are no secrets. You would never believe the files kept on every one of you, for that matter. And we know all about data collecting and all that sort of stuff. You would never believe where they are kept. Prepare for the next phase. Prepare each other. You are one, and where we go one, we go all are, which is JFK Jr. This was out last year. The next phase is this year, because it's coming out. Everything that was posted on Q last year is happening right now. So just have to pump that out there, because I love it. And that's why some people are saying, oh yeah, but you read that out saying, if one asks a question, you get people in your chat and you watch chuck them out. Yeah, I chuck trolls out who were just trying to divide and cause trouble. That's totally different. Totally different. It's that thing about positivity. It can't be doing with people who don't want to have an open mind and an open heart to stuff, and are scared of asking questions. Because I'm going to go in a bit, but it's like the thing at school. Kids should be able to ask questions without fear of looking stupid, because that's what they do. I remember that when I was younger. I was like, oh, I don't want to ask this in the class because the teacher's going to think I'm daft, or like everyone's going to laugh. We should be allowed to question everything without being made to feel stupid. I ordered the book from America. Yeah, you got it for 18. I got it for 23. My dad got it for 20. Yeah, but I got it. Yeah, Q is year behind. To look at Q, you need to learn the codes. That's why some people go, I don't get it, because they haven't took to... You don't have to learn the codes. You can actually go to really good channels that are not trying to put it off, because there's channels out there that say in the Q and they're trying to put you off. A bit like Alex Jones. But this is why last year when I was... Obviously, I've been talking about this for ages since I got on it. But last year I was like, oh yeah, I think this is going to happen, because we're all speculating. We didn't realise the drops last year are for this year. So it's all matching up. Like I said, March is going to be a really big month. And also we're on countdown in March. And also on the 21st of March, we've got like Dave Taylor. We've got like the spring equinox is a big thing. We've got loads of big things because this is to do with everything. Also on the 21st is... Human Rights Day, which has got a lot to do with everything. Brexit, all the things around the plane are all intertwined because it's all connected. Some people think it's just the UK. No. Oh, it's just America. President Trump. No. What's Melania doing around the world? Helping, making deals with Trump. So we don't have to deal with the EU because we can deal with Trump with buying things from America like everyone's doing at the minute. It wasn't Russia, it was China. Like I said, this that's going on at the minute, you're going to find is a load of SB. This new thing that's come out about new IRA terror attack on Britain. No, this is to try and this is a Brexit thing again. Because the plan ain't working, so now they're making all this up like they did with the Skripal poisoning. Nothing to do with Russia. It was China. I don't mean with the Skripal, but you know what they said. So yeah, fear porn, MSN. But that'll get seen because, like Q said, they're digging their own graves because everything's getting recorded and everyone will be able to see what's going on. I love Melania, she's so true at heart. Exactly. I've said this before, Trump's the one who's up front going, blah, 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 and everyone's like, oh, Melania's the one who's just going around calmly in the background. She's travelling all over the world to different places like Egypt and the pyramids and all sorts of different places and helping kids and doing this. So, you know, and like I said before, everyone loved Trump, didn't he, when he was a celebrity? As soon as he stepped out in that arena, because we all know it's the world stage. Oh, they all hated him, didn't they? Because he went against the cabal. You know? What was my dad saying? What are you saying, Dad? Because I'm going soon. Where's Waxman gone? Check out the Death Blossom Q post today. Shitstorm is coming. Oh, let me get to Q, because I mean, I'm rubbish at doing these. That's why I don't really do them. But you don't need to know if you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hard exit will be tough on the forest. This plan's got things in place because it's been in place for a very long time. We didn't used to be in the EU. We don't need to be in it. I think people forget, like, you know, if you're my age, that or before that, we didn't need it. So, yeah, what am I looking for, Dad? I'm going to the queue. Oh, and by the way, I'll tell you about Trinity 4, a great channel which John Thor... No, did John Thor shout it out? Oh, no, I think we're talking about John Thor and then they shouted out SGT Report is massive. Talks about sort of like the politics side of Q and stuff like that. He actually did a thing the other day called The Great Awakening that mentioned Flat Earth, so people are coming over to it. So, so yes, it is part of everything. I don't know if you've seen me on your channel before, Trinity 4, but I have come in shouting Q quite a lot of times, like, ah, woo. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's Dolly. Someone said on your channel today, you from Eddie is okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm everywhere. I jump in everyone's chat shouting Q out because Q, I just want to say again, Q is a conspiracy theory. We all know conspiracies are true, but it's the biggest one with everything in it. So every conspiracy's in it, so-called conspiracy, flat earth and everything. It's all the same. It's all the same. Right, I'm going over to Q, right. And Roxanne the globalist deniers into Q and I'm you all thought we were mad, didn't you? Exactly, everything is going to be exposed at once, yeah. So if a lot of things are exposed at once, how can mainstream media report on it? And if a Sky event happens, because we know there's something big coming, mate, and everyone sees it around the world, like, I don't know if it's the free energy going off or something's gonna, like it did in New York, if you don't know about it, there was a blue, mainstream media said the big blue light in New York that stayed there was a transformer. It wasn't a transformer because it doesn't stay in the sky. If something happens like that with the Tesla Tower, I'm not saying it's that, but I'm speculating, how are they, and everyone will see it around the world, around the plane, whatever you want to call it, how is mainstream media going to say it's anything else? What they're going to try and say it is when you see it with your own eyes, that's all I'm saying. I don't know if that's what's happening, but I've got my own theories on that. Right. What am I looking for, Dad? Freedom of thoughts, this is on the Q drops. Freedom of thought will not only save you, but it will save the world. The days of fake news, and then it says in brackets, control of narrative, brainwashing, exactly, are over. Enemy of the people, the great awakening. Q. Enemy of the people is mainstream media. Here it is. So get ready, folks, because March is massive. They are digging their own hole. Just like Tommy, people might not like Tommy with Panorama and all that stuff he's trying to bring out. They're all digging themselves, they're just digging themselves in a hole. Oh yeah, the Blossom, what's that? Read carefully, knowing that you know. Predictable moves and counter moves. Deaf Blossom Q. Am I tapping on this, Dad? Am I going into the link? Is it a video? What is it? What is it? Oh my God. Are you ready for this? Whoop, whoop. I've just opened the link. Trump threatens to declassify devastating docs about Democrats. Oh, I wonder what that is. We've been waiting. He hasn't even opened the files on the JFK files yet. There's loads of files that are going to be opened. In a wide-ranging exclusive interview with the Post, President Trump said Wednesday that if the House Democrats launched probes into his administration, because they're just trying to find everything at the minute, which he called presidential harassment. Yes, these people who were harassing, I'm getting it as well. They'd pay a heavy price. Oh yes. And if you want to see a funny cartoon that I showed before. Trump News Live, President launches late night Twitter storm. Storm's coming, people. Don't need Tommy, have a pitchfork. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? People are doing it in different ways, but people are coming together and uniting and connecting, and everything's falling in place. And this is why I've got to unite instead of dividing. Google Deaf Blossom military term. Google Deaf Blossom. Deaf Blossom military slang, is it? American military slang for the war in Iraq. Oh right, okay. Oh, boom. See, just let me find this cartoon. Because I thought it was hilarious. It was like, we need to look into Trump's poo because there might be something there. Well, you can keep looking into Trump, but you ain't going to find anything. See if I can find it. Yeah, it's so funny. So many Trump cards is really about the two of Pentacles. Well, the last card to be played is a Trump card. This is hilarious. I'm sorry, but it is hilarious. There we go.
All right, I brought you here because we need something new to investigate Donald Trump. Can we investigate the Russia thing again? Damn it, Nancy, we've already done that. Oh, sorry. Why don't we investigate Donald Trump being a racist? We've already done that. It didn't work. I know he's a racist. Are these guys taking my picture? Can we investigate why Donald Trump hates Sharia law? Sharia law is not legal in America, so we can't do that yet. It will be legal soon. Maybe we should investigate his poop. What do you want to go rooting around in his poop for, Nancy?
Poopy
Because
pants.
Mr. Poopy Pants is obviously hiding something in his poop. That's just gross, Nancy. I'm sorry. Come on, guys, let's pull it together.
Can I get anybody started with some drinks?
Damn it, Alexandria, you're not a bartender anymore.
OMG, I totes forgot. Sorry.
Why is she here?
Has everybody met my boyfriend?
Alexandria, nobody cares about your ginger boyfriend.
As if. Let's get on topic here. We're here to investigate Trump. He's a racist.
Come on, guys, let's pull it together. If I don't get elected president before I die, I just won't be able to live with myself.
Did the Stormy Daniels thing work?
No, Nancy, it didn't work.
What about the Brett Kavanaugh thing?
That didn't work either.
Well, shit, I'm running out of ideas here. He doesn't support Sharia law. Maybe we can investigate that.
Sharia law isn't legal.
Not yet. I think I'm being investigated for giving my boyfriend money.
That's because you're stupid.
I'm not stupid. I was a bartender, okay?
Did anybody bring any snacks? I'm starving over here.
It was just hilarious. Well, some people are all in for the Great Awakening, but I suspect most of us will be deceived. Well, depends what you're looking at. We've been deceived for a very long time, and I just believe that, it's coming. It's meant to happen. It's meant to happen. It's not just been in like, people think that when the Q dropped about 18 months ago, whatever, that's how long the plan's been in place. It hasn't been in place that long. It's been in the plan for years. There's an alliance. There's an alliance in Germany. There's an alliance all over. It's not just to do with the UK or America. It's to do with the whole world. And it's not just part of the military, most of the Navy, a lot and stuff. It's normal people as well. like General Flynn said, digital army is the people who are talking about it. Probably in the UK, people are thinking that because who else is talking about Q? I've asked people who are from the United Kingdom on my channel. I don't know who else. I don't mean I'm just talking about Q. There must be other people. I know there's Daddy Dragon. I don't know if it's Black Mirror, but I don't know if he's from the UK. I know there's Gran Torino in Ireland, and I've been on his show, and we were from We the People 24/7 Soapbox in America, but the UK need to wake up to it. It's real. But like I said, if you've not been on it, it's a bit late to get on it, but if you want an update, you go over to Joe Maspose or Storm Upon Us and go and watch all the videos from the beginning, even though he's just put the new one up of Q the Plan to Save the World. Yes, it does sound a bit bonkers. And he just remastered it to put a few new things in there, and you really have to listen to it, and you really have to watch who's in it, because Tony Blair's in it, the Bushes are in it, all the celebrities are in it, everybody's in it, and you really have to listen because they have put us against race, religion and gender. It's all there, and I just believe if you haven't got faith, what's the point? If you're not in that thing of believing, I don't mean that faith, I'm just saying, it's happening. Everybody's talking about, I don't mean the wrong cue, but they're all talking about the same thing, and it's all coming in. Yeah, Trump's card, the last card that's going to be played is the Trump card. So you're going to start hearing about it in mainstream media, and then you're going to think, oh, well, it's not real because it's in mainstream media. No, they said it's coming to mainstream media. They're breaking down mainstream media. They're the enemy of the people, is mainstream media worldwide. I paid 24. I paid 23. Donald Trump will go down as the greatest human being in history. Where we go, one we go all. Exactly, worldwide. It's going to be the greatest story ever told. And people can laugh, but if, and all everybody on the other conspiracies and so-called, it's all in there. We've all been deceived. We've all been lied to. Think Tesla, as I always say, Tesla, Donald Trump's uncle. Donald Trump's uncle got some Tesla papers. Donald Trump's uncle was also, with the Tesla thing. Tesla was in connection with Maria Orchich. Maria Orchich, I can never say her name, was in with the Hitler. Hitler was interested in her and all that sort of stuff, and Antarctica and all this sort of stuff, and it's bonkers, but it's brilliant. So, do you want me to pull a card? Should we pull a card before I go? The Ace of Wands, isn't it? Yeah, well, what did Obama say? Well, that Trump, what has he got? Has he got a magic wand? Oh, yeah, he has. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. So, I'm just going to say, just keep an ear out for Q, because you're going to hear a lot more of it. The masses are a million miles away. Well, put it this way. Dad, what was, how many millions were on Q worldwide last year? So I don't know who's on it now. So many millions were sitting on the fence, and they said if they see Hillary go down, they'll jump on it. And there's a lot umming and ahhing that they're not sure. So there's millions. But this is why it's ramping up, Trinity 4. I think everyone's coming from different directions. Like, what's going on? Even if people are thinking, like, what's all this? I'm not talking about Q. Everyone's starting to think, like, we're starting to understand that we know we've been lied to in history about stuff. Was Tesla. Oh. QAnon top 3 on Amazon Books. Yeah, I've got it today. Because mainstream media have just put out, they did a big thing on it. Don't buy the book. It's a conspiracy, and they sat and they don't buy it. I was like, Yeah, 300 million eyes were on QAnon last year. 5,000 plus were getting on it a day. There were so many millions sitting on the fence because they're not sure, because they're waiting for the Hillary thing, and then they're going to jump on. We don't know who's been on it since then. We don't know how many more have been woken up, and we don't know who, do you know what I mean? So there's loads. And we know about Hillary and that, so as soon as that happens, boom. And then it's all coming out in the public as well. Now, people don't like Obama even beat her to... Well, yeah, that's why Trump got in there. Obama's part of it, Hillary's part of it, the Bush family were part. After Reagan, rubbish. All part of the elites. All part of the elites. People you trust. We're starting to find out that institutions, governments, places that you trust, big corporations and stuff like that you think are helping you. Food. Like I said, mind, body and spirit, that's what they're going for. They went for our minds, they went for our body with food, poisoning us, fluoride, all sorts of different things. And the last one's your spirit. And that's why it's not just a fight of blood and flesh, which it's been, it's a spiritual war as well. It's both. And when people find out, some people don't know, that they think we won World War II, we didn't, we lost. Nazis went underground, they came out in big corporations and they went to America, like businessmen and stuff like that. That's why it needed businessman, as I kept shouting out Trump, because Trump's a good businessman, not a politician, and that's what they needed. They've had warfare against us with food and everything. It's been a silent war. That's why I keep saying, please go and listen to William Cooper, Behold the Pale Horse, on YouTube, and listen to that, and you'll see. Money apparently going to charity. Young journalists, yeah, I took a picture of these young journalists who have tried to report on Q and they won't let them. Why won't they let young reporters report on Q? The mainstream media. I think I've got a picture of it. The Nazis started the CIA operation Paperclip. Yes, they did. I've talked about Paperclip because it's on the Q map, and yes, they did. And that's why big corporations, big pharma and all that, yeah, we know what's going on. Well, some of us do. He's an amazing marketer, not the best. No, he is a good businessman. He knows what he's doing. He's very clever. If you go and watch the thing on Netflix, and people get a bit triggered by Netflix, but brilliant. He's a brilliant businessman. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him in. What did I say? What did I just say I'm looking for? I don't even know what I'm looking for now. Joe plans to save. Yeah, I've just said it. Joe the save. Oh, you've shared it on Facebook. I think I've shared it on Facebook. I've had it on here before. I just played it before. QAnon, the only cult that brainwashes you to think for yourself. And this is what CNN need to be. QAnon. They're going down. People are not watching. Here's a nice one. We are going to show you a new world. Those who are blind will soon see the light. A beautiful, brave new world lies ahead. We take the journey together, one step at a time. Where we go on, we go all Q. We never left. It's time to return publicly. That's what Q said the other week. Like how it's got the pyramids in the back, people. I don't know if you can see it. You're going to start hearing about it. Clown agency, no such agency. Rest in peace, JFK. But it says JFK because it's not JFK Jr. We will succeed. Pyramid will collapse. Think shill. Yep. Sorry, I'm just looking for a picture of something. I love that. That was put on Q Thundercats 8chan. Childhood is not a mental disorder because they're trying to make out childhood is a mental disorder. And it's like Trinity 4 saw that video when your child was walking around with bare feet earthing. And people think it's wrong because they're all brainwashed to think, you know, you should be walking around with no shoes on. You know, but people think, oh, it's childhood, it's this, that and the other. That's everything. They always chuck that out, don't they? Stupid. There are two Earths, or am I missing something? Fisheye lenses. We like this one. And that horizon was put in the Joe M's Q the Plan Save the World video. They got the globe in it because it says the leaders of the world's got their hands on the globe because they're the ones that put that agenda over to us. But it also in it is the horizon flat. So just saying. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Oh, what's this picture? I'm looking for something, but I can't think what I was looking for. I don't know what I was looking for. Gitmo's there. Gitmo it's still open. Gitmo Bay Prison become a 2020 issue. Well, it will be. It's going to be a 2020 issue, isn't it? With the amount of people that are going there. Anyway, I can't remember what I was looking for. What speech was the one with Trump roasting Hillary? Oh yeah, I was meant to give you that. Let me find it and I'll tell you because everyone needs to watch this. And you need to watch the people in the back because they're elites and they are sweating. Hillary's face says it all. It's the best. That was the best speech he ever made about her as she was fuming. Trump dinner. I think it's with Hillary. It was hilarious. And he said she won't get a pardon. He bumped into her in the hallway and said she won't get a pardon, meaning she won't get a pardon from what's about to happen to her, from what she's done. It was... I don't want to go on that channel. There's one on Fox News. I don't know which one it was on.
And even tonight, with all of the heated back and forth between my opponent and me at the debate last night, we have proven that we can actually be civil to each other. In fact, just before taking the dais, Hillary accidentally bumped into me, and she very civilly said, "Pardon me."
It's hilarious. Got a fake smile, fake laugh.
And I very politely replied, "Let me talk to you about that after I get into office."
Woo! And then he got in, and something will be happening to her because she ain't getting no pardon, if anyone knows what I'm saying. It was, if you just put Donald Trump's full roast on Hillary Clinton, at the dinner or something, you'll come across it. I don't know what channel, I don't know what that one I put the other day. It is Theatre Trinity, but this is what I'm saying, what people don't understand. It's theatre, it's a world stage, as Trump knows, but Trump had to go on the world stage against him. So we all know it's theatre. It's what's behind the scenes. Veils being lifted. That's what it is. Isn't it all? How much it needs to crumble for a new era? It is all crumbling. This is what Trump's bringing down. Trump is part of the Q team. Trump is part of the Q team. It's what's going on. It's not that's in front of politics. It's what's behind it. Trump's gone up on the world stage. You know, everyone says it's a game of chess. Well, yeah, that's why he stood in front of the Queen when he came over here. That's why he sat in Churchill's chair. But you know this if you follow Q, because we got all the pictures and stuff, and that's why they go on and on and on about him, and it's a load of rubbish. But just saying, you can believe what you want. You know, that's fine. I'm just going to show you the end of Joe M, because it says why Trump was brought in. And this is the rejigged one.
Sets to viciously turn on him.
There we go.
Alarming the public. California had been so heavily inundated by criminals that even the voting machines were electronically set up to swing votes and hated America, and he did not agree with them on that point.
This bit.
So heavily inundated by criminals that even the voting machines were electronically set up to swing votes any which way. It would need to be a very decisive victory. Good patriots in the U.S. military and their global partners asked Trump to run for president so they could take back control of America legitimately without alarming the public. Trump was a good choice, obviously, because he overcame the voter fraud and won. But he was a patriot, and he was loved and admired by the public. He was not interested in joining the cabal because they hated America, and he did not agree with them on that point. As soon as he showed interest in taking power, they activated their media assets to viciously turn on him. That's when we saw the sudden hatred emerge. Even when he won, the cabal still had no idea what he
Yeah, like my dad said, research the Clinton Foundation in Haiti, and you'll find out what's been going on there.
And the sophisticated plan that was about to unfold against them. Shocked at their loss, they mobilized their full arsenal of intelligence, media, money, and technology to try and take back power. There are people at the top of the DOJ and FBI that put together a plan to flame Trump and have him impeached. This is where we come back to the NSA again. All messages were stored and could be used to expose this plot and prevent Trump's overthrow. An entire book will be written about the first 2 years of Trump's presidency. False flag terror attacks, down planes,
Space Force.
assassination attempts.
But what does it mean?
Here is the point. The world is currently experiencing a dramatic...
So I suggest to people who haven't seen this, whether you believe in it or not, go over to Joe M's channel and watch, because he's remastered it and it's got Tony Blair in it and everything, and you'll realise why Trump was brought in. Yes, Trump has got a Space Force, but what does Space Force mean? I know there's a lot of people on Flat Earth who were like, when you talk about aliens, does that mean they come from space? What is space? I do believe in things like that, but I'm wondering if they come from another... What's over the Antarctic wall or whatever. I'm only saying, because people talk about it, but I'm not scared about talking about, well, could it be this? Could it be different dimensions? Could it be? I don't know. Does Space Force mean something else? I mean, this is space around us, isn't it? You know? They're going against NASA. I know they're definitely going against that. Definitely. Alistair really digs deep and gives enough info for newbies to help research everything. Yeah, McAllister is good. There's loads of great channels out there. Nice to hear Jack is in the chat. Yeah, he's in background. I'll have to have him sat here. Oh yeah, card. Sorry, before I go, because I've got to go. I've got to go. But just saying, you know. I'm just saying, for those of you a bit sceptical about it, just listen out for it, because you're going to hear a lot of it, and here in the UK as well. Check out Gran Torino's channel. He talks about, last year he's doing the EU stuff at the minute, but he talks about, it's all a mystery, definitely is. He talks about Gran Torino in Ireland, talks about, he's got lists of all the people that have left big corporations, people that have died from big corporations like Pharma and things that have happened, and it's all really, well, it's not weird because we all know what's going on, but he's got a great channel. Got Daddy Dragon going on about the Constitution as a solution. He's in London, in the UK. Didn't Trump point sideways when he mentioned Space Force? Trump has also done this, and everyone's like, what? He's shouted Q. I said, yeah, he's part of Q. He does do this a lot. He also pointed, he went, what did he say? He said, we don't want it, they don't want it, and neither do they. What is space anyway? Are there other beings from other places? I believe there is. It doesn't mean they're from where, I don't know. Are they from Earth? Are they from the final frontier? Exactly. I just don't know. Maybe there is space, but maybe NASA lied about stuff. I don't know. But this is well allowed to question everything. Orphan children from UK were sent to Canada, Australia, other Commonwealth countries tried to be abused by evil. Yeah, it's all coming out. There's so much stuff. So much stuff. Bye-bye, Felicia. Beyond the ice wall, who knows? I'm just saying this, you know, because this is what people talk about. Is there other worlds beyond the ice wall, other realms, other planes? Is there extra land? Is something coming from there? Is certain technology coming from there? We all know about the Hitler thing that people say about down in Antarctica and underground. All this, who knows? Beings, exactly. They could be other beings, but if they look different to us, then they're a bit alien, aren't they? Just saying. People get a bit triggered by it. It's like, who knows? I know Palladian Guidance is on the map, so just saying. So I'm going to do this before I go. But I'm just glad there's people on the same sort of track. You know, we all know we've been lied to, so who knows? But you've got to believe that something good's coming in. It can't all be evil for the rest of, for end of ever. They've been trying to get it in for ages, the Alliance, but they couldn't because we didn't have phones and stuff way back, so we couldn't communicate like this or take pictures and videos of what's going on. That's why what they used against us is being used against them, as it says in the Q film. Easy. They've got caught. And we can get on the internet and talk about it. So they didn't think about that one, did they? Even though they're trying to censor and all that lot. But we're winning. Yes, Mum always said that there was something out there beyond Earth. Exactly. I don't know which way it is, but, you know. Right, I'm pulling a card and I'm going because I'm just yakking. So, yes, I did want to shout out. Who was I shouting out today? J Dreamer's channel, Trinity 4's channel. Check Trinity 4's channel out, sub to him. J Dreamers, if you're into mud floods and giants and fossilized this and the silicone age, brilliant. But he also talks about other stuff and positivity because that's what we need to come to. He's just put a new video out today. It's brilliant. Who else? This is who I've been watching today. Joe Mass Pose, Joe M on YouTube. John Thorpe, brilliant. Celebrate Truth, I think it is. Obviously Roxanne the Global do that, Globalist and I, because she was talking about John Thorpe the other day, and when you were talking about SGT report, which is with QAnon, and they talked about flat Earth, so, you know, yeah, Earth is spinning it. Yeah, Yep, Dad. Was there someone else? Because a shout out who I've been watching in the day. I wrote it down and I can't even read. Oh, and Anonymous, I said to give a shout out to. Some people are like, oh, well, it talks to the computer. Anonymous on the Collective HQ talking about their assets are going and all that sort of stuff. So that's brilliant. But that's what I'm saying. Did we fall from consciousness? Because we did fall asleep because we got interested in mobile phones and watching films and all that sort of stuff, and we're just beginning to wake up again and realising what's going on. It was easy for them too, you know, and like I've said, when the television came in the 1940s, 1950s, we all started sitting and watching the telly and believing everything that was said. Television, televising visions, programming. Like the programmers in school and the programmers on TV, so that's why it's called a program. When you watch a program, you're being programmed, you know. So, thumbs up, people. I'm pulling a card. Thanks for all coming in chat. I think you're all fantastic. Fandabidozy, do you remember that? I love you all. I just think you're brilliant, even if, you know, we're not quite on the same thing. How do I subscribe? You just press subscribe. Hi, sea level. So I'm going to say it while I'm waiting for this card to jump out. Can I get a whoop whoop? Those of you who are not new will know that I do that sometimes. Can I get a whoop whoop? Ooh, I could push a grape. Like I said, Thundercats was on cue today. Thundercats are loose. Nice of Robin and Lowe's to catch up. Working nights really affects truth for watching. Whoop whoop. Can I get a whoop whoop? Oh, one's fell out. Talking about visions. TV licence in the UK. Ooh, get rid of your TV licence. I'm going to do one more just because I feel like it. Whoop, 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 whoop. But please check Jay Dreamer's video out on the one he's just done about it's all about love or something. He's just very positive. Oh, what was that? I'm seeing 17 likes again. 17. I can't see it from this side, but you know it always starts at 17 and stuff. Oh, I was talking about this before because this is what they're trying to take away. 27, maintain your childlike spirit, which is question everything, be curious because that's what kids do. Dream, do the things you love. I've said this, but this is what they're trying to take away. They're trying to take kids' childhoods away. All this sexualising things young and all this crap we know about, that's what they're trying to do. Maintain your childlike spirit. It doesn't mean just because you're an adult that you have to sort of grow up in that sense. You need to bring it back. It's about believing. They're taking your spirit away, having fun, all that stuff. All the news is there to keep you down, dumbed down in negativity. So you're fighting and arguing with everybody, this, that and the other. It's a fact. That's what they're doing. That's what they've been after. And the last one, they've crossed the line because they went for our kids, and that is a fact. And that's why I believe in what I believe in, because that is what they did. Yeah, Monsters Inc. You watched that film? Thank you for writing that. They do it in cartoons. Monsters Inc. They took the screams away, weren't they? Putting the kids in fear. A lot of people have done videos on Monsters Inc. cartoon that people don't understand that it's all there in cartoons, and people laugh at me when I like to watch films and then I put my spin on it, what's going on, like I did one of the Dark Tower the other day, where they actually drew flat earth on the floor because it was the UN map, and they were saying there might be, there's your world, there's our world, and there's other worlds. It was a UN map. There's a lot in that film. People think it's funny because they're like, well, it's fantasy. No, they put it in the fantasy so you think it's not real. They put it in plain sight, plain sight. And I think that's what John Ford's video was on one of them when he had when he did a video with is it Benjamin Owen? They were saying someone was saying something, I can't remember, I watched that much, where they were saying, oh, they put it in plain sight, like the UN the UN map. That's what they do. That's why they laugh at us. They put everything there in front of us and we're not looking properly. So, the brainwashing and lies starts early, Ronald. But of course it does. It starts with the kids. So I'm going to go. And where we go 1 week war. If you're not onto Q, just listen out for it, because you are going to start hearing it coming in mainstream media, because they are bringing down, that's what they bring down, that is the biggest enemy at the minute. I remember liking the Billy Crystal monster. If you are among the very young at heart, yeah. Infinite love to Dolly and all the beautiful souls in chat. Thank you. I will. Have you got a channel, Lisa? Because I'll sub. You're welcome. So I say that thing that happened this morning with someone going on, oh, you got to be like that. Yeah, but we need physical side of this, you know, stuff. So, hang on a minute. And like I said, it's not just me talking about it, it's different communities. We've got spiritual communities. Everyone's talking about the same sort of things. They're all coming in a line, you know, because things are coming in alignment and everyone's getting on the same thing. It doesn't matter what community you're coming from. It's all matching up. Jigsaw pieces are slotting into place. Yeah, we know about the abortions, what the Democrats have been doing. That's why people need to wake up. I finally get here and you leave. Well, you know. Lisa, I am subbing to your channel. Oh, I've already subscribed. Oh, see, I've subscribed to that many people. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm already subscribed to your channel. See? Oh, I don't know. Oh, God, bonkers. Right, so it's all just changed. Well, like I said, for those who are not on it, keep your ears out. And we're all fighting the same fight, you know, at the end of the day, so we need to unite. People try to poo-hoo QAnon. I got chucked out of a Discord. Somebody who talks about Tommy didn't believe it, and the reason why I didn't believe it is because he didn't research it and didn't know how to research it, but it's all same in the same fight. That's dividing again. It's still the same thing. It's still the same fight. Unite together instead of dividing. So, you know, we work better in a team, and that's what's happening. That's what's happening around the world right now. So, there's a ripple effect. There's a storm coming, people. Out of the chaos comes calm. So just saying, chewing on his dolly. Well, I wish. So I'll see you soon. I keep saying, oh God, I need a rest, but because March is a big month. I mean, probably never get rid of me. So yeah, I keep missing. Good evening, Dolly. Yeah, night. I'm going now because I'm just rambling.